Dear Heavenly Father, in the stillness of this sacred hour, as the world slumbers and silence rests upon the earth, my heart awakens to you. Before the first light of dawn, before the rush of the day, I come before you, humbled and expectant, seeking nothing but the fullness of your presence. Lord, you are my refuge, my sanctuary, my hiding place. In you, I am known. In you, I am held. In you, I am made whole. Father, I lift my soul in gratitude, for your mercies are new with each morning. You are the breath in my lungs, the beating of my heart, the quiet whisper that calls me deeper into your love. When I look back upon my days, I see your hand guiding me, sustaining me, lifting me from the depths of despair and setting my feet upon solid ground. Every moment, even those wrapped in pain, has been laced with your purpose. Every sorrow has carried a lesson, every trial a hidden blessing, every tear a seed sown in faith. And so I thank you, not only for the joys that have brightened my path but for the shadows that have drawn me closer to you. Yet, Lord, I am not worthy. How often have I strayed? How often have I doubted when you called me to trust? How often have I let fear silence my faith, or pride hinder my surrender? Still, you have never turned away. Your love is relentless, your grace unshaken, your mercy deeper than the ocean, wider than the heavens, stronger than my failures. So I lay it all down before you now, the burdens I have carried, the sins I have tried to hide, the wounds I have refused to release. Wash me, Lord, cleanse me, renew me, make me white as snow. Father, I need you. In a world that feels heavy with uncertainty, I seek the clarity of your voice. When the path ahead is clouded with doubt, be the lamp unto my feet, the light upon my way. Let me not be swayed by the shifting winds of circumstance but anchored in the unwavering truth of your word. Speak, Lord, even in the silence. Let my soul recognize the whisper of your spirit. Even when I do not understand, let me trust that you are working all things together for my good. Oh, God, you are love, love unshaken, love unbreakable, love beyond my comprehension. You have pursued me when I have turned away, cherished me when I have felt unworthy, embraced me when I have been undone. And so, Father, teach me to love as you love, to love without condition, without fear, without holding back. Let my heart be softened toward those who have wronged me. Let my words bring healing and my hands be an extension of your kindness. Where there is division, let me be an instrument of peace. Where there is despair, let me be a vessel of hope. Where there is loneliness, let my presence reflect your unfailing companionship. Lord, strengthen me. When weariness settles into my bones and the battles seem unending, remind me that I do not walk alone. You are my fortress, my strong tower, my ever-present help in times of trouble. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. For you go before me. You stand beside me, and you are my rearguard. The storms may rage, but I am held. The mountains may tremble, but I am secure. The enemy may whisper lies, but I stand upon the unshakable truth. I am yours. Father, fill me with hope, the kind of hope that does not waver in the face of trials, the kind of hope that clings to your promises even in the darkest night. Let my faith be steadfast, unyielding, rooted in the certainty of your goodness. When my strength fails, be my portion. When my eyes grow weary, lift my gaze to see beyond this moment, beyond these struggles, beyond the temporary trials of this life. For you are preparing a place for me, a future more radiant than I can fathom, and every tear I have shed will be wiped away by your hand. And Lord, pour out your blessings, not as the world defines them, but as you intend them. Let your favor rest upon my life, not for my own gain, but that I might be a beacon of your light. Bless my home with peace, my heart with joy, my steps with purpose. Open doors no man can shut. Provide in ways that only you can. And use me, Lord, as a vessel of your abundance. Let generosity flow from my hands, kindness from my lips, compassion from my spirit. For everything I have is from you, and all that I am, I surrender back into your hands. Father, I do not ask for an easy road, but for the strength to walk the one you have set before me. I do not ask for a life free from trials, but for the faith to trust that you are sovereign over them all. I do not ask for earthly riches, but for the treasures of heaven, to know you more deeply, to love you more fully, to follow you more faithfully. So here I am, Lord, at 3 a.m., in the stillness, in the quiet, with nothing but my heart laid bare before you. I surrender, I trust, I believe, and I will wait upon you. Father, even as the hours stretch on and darkness lingers over the earth, my soul is awake in your presence. The world may sleep, but you, O Lord, neither slumber nor rest. You are ever watchful, ever faithful, ever near. In the stillness of this sacred hour, I draw close to you, not with eloquence, not with perfection, but with a heart laid bare before the one who knows me fully and loves me completely. You are my dwelling place, my refuge from the storms of life. When my heart is overwhelmed, when the weight of burdens presses heavy upon me, I find shelter in your embrace. You are the rock upon which I stand, the foundation that cannot be shaken. Though the winds may howl and the waves may rise, I am held fast, for you, O Lord, are my anchor. Yet, how often have I wandered? How often have I searched for peace in places where it cannot be found? I have chased after fleeting comforts, grasped for security in the things of this world, and sought approval from voices that do not satisfy. But here, in the quiet, stripped of all distractions, I see the truth. Nothing compares to you. Nothing fulfills like your presence. Nothing sustains like your love. So I come, not because I am worthy, but because you invite me. I come, because in your presence there is fullness of joy, and at your right hand, pleasures forevermore. Father, forgive me for the times I have let fear overshadow my faith. You have called me to walk by faith, yet how often have I clung to what is seen? You have promised to be my provider, yet how often have I wrestled with anxiety, forgetting that you are the one who clothes the lilies and feeds the sparrows. You have spoken words of life over me, yet how often have I believed the enemy's lies instead? But today, this very moment, I choose trust. I choose to believe that you are who you say you are. I choose to believe that your plans for me are good, that your timing is perfect, and that your ways, though higher than mine, are always for my best. Even when I cannot see the way forward, I will trust the one who sees the end from the beginning. Even when the path is steep, I will take the next step in faith, knowing that you are guiding my every move. And Father, as you lead me, let me walk in love. Let me love with a heart that mirrors yours, a love that is patient and kind, a love that does not keep a record of wrongs, a love that forgives as freely as I have been forgiven. Let me not love only when it is easy, but also when it is difficult, when it is costly, when it requires me to lay down my pride. Let my love not be mere words, but action, tangible, sacrificial, life-giving. Let my hands be your hands, reaching out to the weary. Let my feet be your feet, walking toward the brokenhearted. Let my voice be an echo of your kindness, speaking truth with grace, encouragement with gentleness, conviction with compassion. May my life, in every moment, be a reflection of your heart. And Father, when trials arise, as they surely will, let me not be shaken. Let my roots grow deep in you, so that when the storms come, I will stand firm. Let me be like the tree planted by streams of water, bearing fruit in every season, my leaves never withering, my spirit never fainting, because my strength is found in you alone. For I know that even in suffering, you are at work. Even in the wilderness, you are refining me. Even in the waiting, you are preparing me. Nothing is wasted in your hands, not the pain, not the disappointments, not the unanswered prayers. You take every broken piece, every shattered dream, and weave them into a masterpiece of grace. And so, I will not fear what tomorrow holds, because I know the one who holds tomorrow. Father, fill me with a hope that defies the darkness. Let my hope be anchored in eternity, not in the temporary circumstances of this world. Let me hope, not in my own strength, but in your faithfulness. Let me hope, not in fleeting comforts, but in the unfailing promises of your word. And let my hope be contagious, a light that shines so brightly that others are drawn, not to me, but to you. And Lord, as I wait upon you, pour out your blessings, not merely the blessings of material provision, though you are the God who provides, but the deeper blessings, blessings of wisdom, of peace, of unwavering faith. Bless me with the ability to hear your voice more clearly, to discern your will more deeply, to walk in your ways more faithfully. Bless me with a heart that rejoices in every circumstance, a spirit that is steadfast in trials, a soul that is fully satisfied in you. Let your presence go before me. Let your favor rest upon me, not for my own glory, but that I might be a vessel for your kingdom. Open doors that no man can shut. Align my steps with your purpose. Use my life for your glory, that when others see me, they see you. I do not ask for an easy life. Lord, I do not ask for a path without trials, without struggle, without pain. I ask only for the courage to walk the road you have set before me, with unwavering faith and an unshakable trust in the one who walks beside me. So I surrender again. I surrender my plans, my dreams, my desires. I lay down my fears, my doubts, my hesitations. I yield my will to yours, knowing that what you have planned is far greater than anything I could ever imagine. Father, stillness surrounds me, and yet, I know that all of heaven is awake, that your glory never fades, that your presence never wanes. You are here, closer than my breath, nearer than the beating of my heart. The stars may glimmer in the vastness of the night sky, but even they pale in comparison to the light of your presence. Lord, how vast is your love, how deep is your mercy, how endless is your grace. My soul is overwhelmed, not with the burdens of this world, but with the weight of your glory. You are the God who was, who is, and who is to come. You spoke, and creation leapt into existence. You breathed, and life filled the dust. You commanded, and the seas knew their boundaries. The mountains stood in reverence, and the heavens declared your majesty. And yet, despite your infinite greatness, you see me, you call me by name. You incline your ear to hear the cries of my heart. Lord, I am undeserving, yet you pour out your love without condition. I have faltered, yet you remain steadfast. I have wandered, yet your mercy has pursued me relentlessly. Even in my weakness, even in my frailty, even in my moments of doubt, your love has never wavered. What kind of love is this, O God, that you would call me your own? That you would see all my brokenness, all my shortcomings, and still call me beloved? So I come, not because I have earned the right, but because you have made a way. I come, not because I am righteous, but because you have clothed me in righteousness that is not my own. I come, not as one entitled, but as one humbled, as one desperate, as one longing for more of you. Father, let your Spirit fall afresh upon me. Let the fire of your presence consume every fear, every doubt, every lingering remnant of self-reliance. Strip away the layers of pride, the veils of distraction, the chains of sin that have bound me for too long. Make me new again, O Lord. Restore to me the joy of my salvation. Let my heart beat in rhythm with yours. Let my desires be conformed to your will. Let my mind be renewed by the power of your truth. And Father, I ask not only for myself, but for all who are weary, all who are broken, all who feel lost in the shadows of despair. You see them, Lord. You know the burdens they carry, the silent battles they fight, the tears they cry when no one else is watching. Reach them in their need. Be the lifter of their heads, the restorer of their souls, the healer of their wounds. Let them know, beyond any doubt, that they are seen, that they are loved, that they are never alone. Oh, Lord, teach me to walk in faith that is unshakable, not faith that is dependent on circumstances, not faith that falters in the face of adversity, but faith that clings to you with unwavering trust. Faith like Abraham, who journeyed without knowing the destination. Faith like Moses, who stood before the sea, believing it would part. Faith like Daniel, who knelt in prayer though the lions waited in the dark. faith like the woman who reached for the hem of your garment, knowing that even the smallest touch of your presence would be enough. I want to live with that kind of faith, Lord, a faith that moves mountains, a faith that speaks life into the valleys of despair, a faith that remains unyielding, even when the answers do not come in the way I expect, even when the waiting stretches long, even when the night seems endless. For you are my portion. You are my exceedingly great reward. Nothing in this world can compare to the joy of knowing you, of walking with you, of abiding in your presence. Not riches, not recognition, not the fleeting comforts of this life, nothing else satisfies but you. So strip away every idol. Lord, tear down anything that has taken residence in my heart that does not belong. Let there be no rival, no competition, no distraction that would pull me away from you. Take my desires and reshape them. Take my dreams and align them with your purpose. Take my plans and replace them with something far greater than I could ever imagine. And Father, teach me to love as you love, not a love that is convenient, not a love that is self-seeking, but a love that gives without expectation, that forgives without hesitation, that lays itself down for the sake of another. Let me love the ones who are difficult to love. Let me show grace to those who have wronged me. Let me be patient when it is easier to be frustrated, kind when it is easier to be indifferent, gentle when the world teaches me to be harsh. Let my life be a testimony. Lord, let the way I speak, the way I act, the way I love, point others to you, not for my glory, not so that I would be seen, but so that you would be magnified in every word, in every action, in every moment. Oh, God, refine me, purify my heart, shape me into the vessel you desire. Let me not settle for a shallow faith, for a comfortable Christianity, for a life lived in half measures. Let me burn with a passion for your name. Let me hunger for righteousness. Let me thirst for more of you. For you are worthy, worthy of all my praise, worthy of all my devotion, worthy of every breath I breathe. If I had 1,000 tongues, it would not be enough to declare your greatness. If I had 1,000 lifetimes, it would not be enough to worship you as you deserve. Father, I remain in this place, in this sacred communion with you, where time fades and the only thing that matters is your presence. My heart is still before you, my spirit bowed in awe. The more I draw near, the more I hunger, the more I long to be wrapped in the fullness of your glory. There is no place I would rather be than here, at your feet, surrendered and undone before the vastness of who you are. Father, the depths of your love are beyond my comprehension. It stretches from everlasting to everlasting, an ocean without shores, a mercy without end. You have loved me before my first breath. You formed me, intricately weaving my being together with care and intention, placing within me a purpose that even I cannot fully grasp. And though I have faltered, though I have strayed, you have never once turned away. Your love has pursued me in the darkest nights, in the farthest wanderings, in the places where I thought I was too lost to be found. Yet there you were, always there, always calling, always waiting with open arms. Oh Lord, how could I not love you in return? How could I not surrender every part of my heart to the one who gave everything for me? You withheld nothing, not even your only son. You bore my shame, my sin, my punishment upon that rugged cross. The weight of my transgressions pressed heavy upon his shoulders. Yet he did not turn away. Love kept him there. Love held him through the agony, through the scorn, through the abandonment, until the price was paid in full. And now, Lord, I live because of that love, not by my own merit, not by my own works, but by the blood that was shed, by the grace that was freely given. I am redeemed, not because I am worthy, but because you are merciful. I am called a child of God, not because I have earned the right, but because you have adopted me, brought me into your family, called me your own. So let my life be an offering poured out before you. Lord, let every breath be worship. Let every word be an echo of your truth. Let every step be one that follows you with unwavering devotion. I do not want to be lukewarm. I do not want to walk with one foot in the world and one foot in your kingdom. I want to burn with passion for your name, I want to live in reckless abandon for your glory, holding nothing back, keeping nothing from you. Teach me to walk in holiness, Lord, not a holiness that is rigid, lifeless, or bound in legalism, but a holiness that flows from intimacy with you, a holiness that delights in obedience, that longs to be set apart, that seeks purity not out of duty but out of love. I want my heart to be wholly yours, my mind to be captivated by your truth, my soul to be filled with your Spirit until there is no room for anything else. And Lord, let my faith be unwavering. Let it not waver when the trials come. Let it not falter when the storms rage. Let it not shrink back when the answers are delayed. I do not want a faith that is shaken by circumstance, that is swayed by emotions, that is tossed about by every wind of uncertainty. I want a faith that stands firm, a faith that clings to you with unrelenting trust, a faith that declares, even if the mountains fall, even if the earth gives way, my God is still faithful, my God is still good. For you, O Lord, are unchanging. You are the same yesterday, today, and forever. The God who parted the Red Sea is the same God who makes a way for me. The God who shut the mouths of lions is the same God who protects me. The God who raised the dead is the same God who breathes life into my weary soul. So I will not fear. I will not be dismayed. My hope is not in what my eyes can see, but in the unseen reality of your promises. I know that you are working all things together for my good. Even when I cannot understand the process, I know that your plans for me are greater than my own. Even when they lead me down unfamiliar paths, I know that you are faithful to complete the work you have begun in me. Even when I feel unfinished and unworthy. And so I rest. Lord, I rest in your sovereignty. I rest in the assurance that I am held in the palm of your hand. I rest in the truth that no weapon formed against me shall prosper, that no scheme of the enemy shall prevail, that no force in heaven or on earth can separate me from your love. Father, as I abide in this place of surrender, I ask for more of you, more of your presence, more of your wisdom, more of your power at work in my life, not for my own sake, but that I may be a vessel, that I may pour out the love I have received to those around me. Let me be a light in the darkness, a voice of truth in a world filled with lies, a beacon of hope to the weary and the broken. Let my life reflect the beauty of who you are, so that when others see me, they do not see my strength, but yours. They do not see my righteousness, but the righteousness of Christ that covers me. They do not see my own ability, but the miraculous power of a God who works through the weak and the willing. Lord, fill me until I overflow. Fill me until every word I speak is saturated with your grace. Fill me until every action I take is led by your Spirit. Fill me until my life is nothing less than a living testimony of your goodness and faithfulness. And Father, let my love for you grow deeper with each passing day. Let my hunger for you be insatiable. Let my desire for anything outside of you fade away, until you are my one pursuit, my one obsession, my one true longing. For nothing else satisfies, nothing else compares, no riches, no fame, no earthly pleasure could ever come close to the joy of knowing you. To be known by you, to be loved by you, to be called by you. This is the greatest treasure, the highest honor, the deepest fulfillment of my soul. So take my life, Lord, take it and use it for your glory. Take my hands and let them serve you. Take my feet and let them walk in your ways. Take my voice and let it proclaim your goodness. Take my heart and make it holy. Completely, irrevocably yours. Father, I remain in this sacred moment, where the weight of your glory settles upon me like the morning dew, where the veil between heaven and earth feels so thin that I can almost hear the whispers of eternity calling my soul deeper, drawing me nearer, beckoning me into the vastness of your presence. Oh, Lord, I do not wish to leave this place of communion. Let me linger here. Let me abide in the shelter of your embrace. Let the world and its noise fade away until all that remains is you, only you. You are the song that my heart was created to sing. You are the air that my spirit longs to breathe. You are the living water that quenches my every thirst. the bread of life that satisfies my every hunger. Apart from you, I am empty. Apart from you, I wither like a branch cut from the vine. But in you, I am alive. In you, I am sustained. In you, I find the fullness of joy that this world cannot give and nothing in this world can take away. Oh, Father, how often have I sought fulfillment in lesser things? How often have I chased after that which cannot satisfy, reaching for the temporary while neglecting the eternal? My soul was made for you alone. Yet so easily I am distracted. So quickly my heart is enticed by the fleeting pleasures, the empty promises, the illusions of control. But I am weary of these lesser loves. I am weary of wandering when my home is in you. So take me deeper, Lord. Take me beyond the shallows of complacency, beyond the comforts of routine religion, beyond the familiar shores of what I have known. Lead me into the deep waters of surrender, where my faith is no longer dependent on sight, where my trust is not confined to my own understanding, where my love for you is not measured by what you do for me, but by who you are. Yes, Lord, I want to know you, not merely to know about you, not merely to recite truths of you, but to know you, to walk with you as Adam walked with you in the cool of the day, to seek you as David sought you in the wilderness, to lean upon you as John leaned upon your chest at the supper table, to thirst for you as the deer pants for streams of water. I want to know your heart, Lord, not just your power, not just your blessings, not just your miracles. I want to know what moves you, what grieves you, what delights you. I want to walk so closely with you that my heart beats in sync with yours, that my desires become indistinguishable from your will, that my life becomes a reflection of the one in whose image I was created. Oh, Father, shape me into the likeness of your Son. Let his humility be my humility. Let his obedience be my obedience. Let his compassion be my compassion. Let his holiness be my holiness. Let his love be my love. Transform me from the inside out until it is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. And Lord, as I surrender myself to you, I lay before you every burden, every care, every unspoken worry that lingers in the depths of my soul. You see them all. You see the fears I dare not voice. You see the questions that wrestle within me. You see the dreams I have held so tightly, afraid to release them into your hands. But I know, Lord, that your hands are far more capable than mine. I know that you are the God who sees the end from the beginning, the God whose ways are higher, whose plans are perfect, whose timing is never late. Father, my soul longs for you, like dry earth thirsting for the rain. I stand before you with nothing hidden, for there is nothing within me that you do not already know. Every thought, every desire, every beat of my heart lies open before you, as a book whose pages are turned by your hand. And yet, in the depth of your knowing, you love me still, with a love that has no conditions, no wavering, no fading with time. O Lord, how can I ever comprehend the depths of such love? A love that chose me before I even knew your name, a love that waited patiently when I strayed, a love that was never too proud to stoop down and lift me from the dust, never too distant to reach into the wounds I inflicted upon myself and heal them with gentle hands. You are not only the Almighty Creator but also the tender Father who watches the horizon for my return, who rejoices over me with singing, who calls me beloved even when I feel unworthy. Your love is the anchor that holds me steady when the winds of life seek to shake me, the light that guides me when my own understanding fails. You are my refuge, my home, the resting place for my weary soul. And yet, Lord, I do not want to simply rest in your love. I want to be transformed by it. I do not want to be content with merely knowing about you, with only glimpsing the edges of your glory. I want to step into the fullness of who you are. Take me deeper, Lord. Lead me beyond the safe and familiar places of my faith. Let me walk upon the waters of complete surrender, where my trust is not dependent on what I can see but on who you are. Teach me, Father, what it means to love you with all my heart, all my soul, all my mind, and all my strength, not just in the moments when it is easy, not just in the moments of blessing, but in the places where faith is costly, where obedience requires sacrifice, where love demands everything, let nothing within me resist your refining fire. Purify me, Lord. Strip away anything that does not belong to you. Let my heart be wholly yours, undivided, unwavering, unshaken. I do not want to chase after the fleeting things of this world, to waste my days on what will not last. I want my life to count for eternity. I want to be a vessel poured out for your glory, a servant who delights in your will, a light that reflects the beauty of your holiness. May my hands be quick to do good, my words be filled with kindness, my actions be driven by love. May I be known not for what I accomplish but for how I abide in you. And in the moments when my strength fails, remind me that you are my sustainer. When my path is unclear, remind me that you are my guide. When my heart is heavy, remind me that your joy is my strength. I do not walk this journey alone, nor do I carry the weight of it on my own shoulders. You go before me, you walk beside me, you hem me in on every side. So let my life be an offering, Lord, not in part, but in whole, not just in word, but in deed, not just today, but every day that I draw breath. For you alone are worthy. You alone are my desire. You alone are my everything. Take me deeper still, Lord, draw me closer, until there is nothing left of me but the reflection of Christ. Father, draw me ever nearer, Lord, let nothing stand between my soul and yours. I do not want to love you from a distance. I do not want my faith to be a mere shadow of what it was meant to be. I want to walk with you as Enoch walked, to dwell in your presence as Moses did on the mountaintop, to rest in you as John rested upon the chest of Jesus. I want to know you, not in passing, not in glimpses, but in the fullness of who you are. So pull me deeper, Lord, strip away every distraction, every weight that hinders, every lesser thing that competes for my heart's devotion. Let my soul be wholly fixed upon you, unwavering, undistracted, undivided. Let my thoughts be filled with your truth, my affections be stirred by your goodness, my desires be shaped by your will. I do not want a faith that is shallow or momentary. I want a faith that is deeply rooted, that grows even in the storm, that stands firm when the winds of trial blow against me. Lord, I know there will be days when the road feels long, when the night stretches on without dawn, when my heart wrestles with questions that have no immediate answers. But even then, let me be found faithful. Even then, let my trust remain unshaken. Even then, let my worship rise. For I do not serve you because life is easy. I do not love you only when the sun is shining. I serve you because you alone are worthy. I love you because you first loved me. I worship you because there is none like you in all the heavens and the earth. And so, Father, I surrender again. I yield my plans, my timing, my expectations. I lay down every dream, every ambition, every longing, not because they do not matter, but because I trust that what you have for me is far greater than what I could imagine for myself. You see the end from the beginning. You know the paths I cannot yet perceive. You are not bound by time, not limited by human understanding. Your ways are higher. Your wisdom is perfect. Your plans are always good. So I release my grip and place my future in your hands. Teach me, Lord, to wait upon you with patience, to trust you without wavering, to follow where you lead without hesitation. Let my faith be the kind that moves mountains, not because I am strong, but because I believe in the one who is. Let my love for you be the kind that endures, not because my heart is steady, but because your love never fails. Let my life be the kind that reflects your glory, not because I am worthy, but because you have called me by name and clothed me in the righteousness of Christ. And, Lord, as you transform me, let my life become a testimony to those around me. Let my words bring life to the weary. My actions reflect the love of Christ. My presence be a light in the darkness. Let the fragrance of grace be upon me, the mark of your Spirit evident in all I do. I do not ask for a life of comfort, but for a life of purpose. I do not ask for ease, but for endurance. I do not ask for riches, but for a heart that treasures what is eternal. O Lord, How often have I chased after things that do not satisfy? How often have I looked to the world for fulfillment, only to find myself empty? But no more. I turn my eyes upon you, the author and finisher of my faith. I lift my gaze beyond the temporary, beyond the distractions, beyond the fleeting desires of this life. You alone are my portion. You alone are my reward. So let my heart be steadfast. Lord, let my love be unwavering. Let my soul be anchored in the truth that you are enough. Whether in seasons of abundance or in seasons of lack, let my song remain the same. My God is faithful. My God is good. My God is enough. Take me deeper still, Lord, until my every thought is surrendered, until my every fear is cast aside, until my every desire is purified, until there is nothing left of me but a life fully yielded to you. Father, take me deeper still, Lord, let nothing remain in me that does not glorify you. Search the depths of my heart and shine your light into every hidden place. If there is anything in me that resists your will, remove it. If there are desires in me that are not aligned with your purpose, reshape them. If there is any fear that still holds me back, replace it with unwavering faith. I do not want to be half-hearted in my pursuit of you. I do not want to love you in part, with reservations or conditions. I want to love you fully, wholly, without hesitation or doubt. Lord, let my life be a living sacrifice, not just in words but in action. Let every breath I take be a testimony of your goodness. Every step I walk be one of obedience. Every decision I make be led by your wisdom. I do not want to live according to my own understanding, for my wisdom is nothing compared to yours. I do not want to be guided by my emotions, for they shift like the wind. I want to be rooted in your truth, unshaken by the storms of life, unafraid of the unknown. Father, I surrender everything, my past, my present, my future, the burdens I have carried, the wounds I have nursed, the failures I have allowed to define me. I lay them all at your feet. You are the God who makes beauty from ashes, who turns mourning into dancing, who replaces heaviness with a garment of praise. And so I will not carry what you have already taken. I will not hold on to what you have already redeemed. I choose freedom in you. Lord, freedom from fear, freedom from shame, freedom from the weight of trying to control what was never mine to carry. Lord, let my faith be bold. Let me walk in the confidence that comes from knowing you are with me. Let me step out in obedience, even when I do not see the full picture. I do not need to know every detail of the journey ahead. I only need to know that you are the one leading me. And that is enough. You are my shepherd. I lack nothing. You are my refuge. I am safe. You are my provider. I will not fear. The world may be uncertain, but you are unchanging. My circumstances may shift, but your promises remain. And so I will trust in you with all my heart, leaning not on my own understanding but on the unfailing truth of who you are. And Lord, let my heart reflect yours. Let me not just receive your love, but let me pour it out onto others. Teach me to love as you love, without conditions, without reservation, without expecting anything in return. Teach me to see people through your eyes, to extend grace where it is undeserved, to be patient where my flesh would be quick to judge. Let my hands be quick to serve, my words be filled with kindness, my presence bring peace. Let me be known not for what I accomplish, but for how I love. Let the world see Christ in me, not just in my words, but in my actions, in my character, in the way I live each and every day. O Lord, I do not ask for an easy life. I do not ask for a path without trials. I ask only that you be with me in every step. I ask for the strength to endure, the faith to persevere, the courage to stand firm. I ask for a heart that remains steadfast, a spirit that remains willing, a soul that remains anchored in you. Let my life be one that glorifies you, that testifies to your goodness, that reflects the beauty of a heart fully surrendered to its Creator. Take me deeper still, Lord, until my every thought is captivated by you, until my every fear is silenced by your truth, until my every desire is shaped by your will, until there is nothing left of me but a heart fully yielded to you. Father, Take me deeper still. Lord, let my heart be fully yielded, my soul completely surrendered, my spirit utterly consumed by your presence. I do not want to stand at the edge of your glory, merely dipping my feet into the waters of your presence. I want to be immersed in you. Let the depths of your love overwhelm me. Let the reality of your holiness transform me. Let the fire of your Spirit refine me until nothing remains but a heart that beats in perfect rhythm with yours. Father, I know that I cannot do this on my own. My strength is weak, my resolve falters, my heart is prone to wander. But you, O Lord, are faithful. You are the God who strengthens the weary, who upholds the weak, who completes the good work you have begun in me. So I rest not in my ability to be faithful, but in your faithfulness, not in my ability to love, but in the unshakable love that you pour out without measure. You have never failed me, Lord, and I know you never will. So strip away every doubt, every fear, every hesitation that holds me back from walking fully in your purpose. Tear down every idol, every false security, every distraction that keeps me from seeking you with all my heart. I do not want to settle for a faith that is convenient, for a relationship with you that is surface level. I want to know you deeply. I want to abide in you fully. I want to be transformed into the image of Christ, not in part, but in whole. Lord, refine me. Let the trials of life not be wasted but be used to shape me into the person you created me to be. When I walk through the fire, let me not be consumed but purified. When I pass through the waters, let me not be overwhelmed but strengthened. When I face battles, let me not be afraid but stand firm in the victory that is already mine in Christ. I do not ask for a life free from trials. I ask for a faith that overcomes them. I do not ask for an easy road. I ask for the courage to walk whatever path you set before me. For I know that whatever comes, I do not walk alone. You go before me. You stand behind me. You surround me on every side. And so, Lord, I trust you, not just with my words, but with my life, not just in the moments of clarity, but in the moments of uncertainty, not just when I see the way forward, but when the path is hidden. I trust you because you are good. I trust you because you are faithful. I trust you because you are my Father, my shepherd, my provider, my rock. I trust you because you alone hold the words of eternal life. And where else could I go but to you? Lord, teach me to abide, to dwell in your presence not just in the moments of prayer but in the ordinary moments of my day. To walk with you not just in the sacred spaces but in the midst of the mundane. To be aware of you not just in times of worship but in the stillness of the morning. In the noise of the afternoon. In the quiet of the night. Let my heart be continually tuned to yours. Let my thoughts be filled with your truth. Let my soul find its rest in you alone. And Father, as you work within me, let my life be a reflection of your love. Let those who encounter me encounter Christ in me. Let my words speak life. My hands bring healing. My presence bring peace. Let my life not be about me, but about you. Let me be known not for what I have accomplished, but for how I have loved. Let my greatest legacy be that I walked with you, that I pointed others to you, that I lived a life fully surrendered to you. O Lord, I do not ask for earthly success. I do not ask for riches or recognition. I ask for more of you. I ask for a heart that loves you above all else. I ask for a faith that remains steadfast. I ask for a spirit that is willing, a heart that is obedient, a soul that is at rest in your embrace. Take everything, Lord, every dream, every desire, every plan. Nothing is worth holding onto if it is not of you. Nothing is more precious than being in your presence. Nothing satisfies but you alone. Take me deeper still, Lord, until my heart beats in perfect harmony with yours. Until my desires are fully aligned with your will. Until my life is a living testimony of your goodness, your faithfulness, your love. Until there is nothing left of me but a heart that is fully, completely, irrevocably yours. Father, take me deeper still, Lord, beyond the place of mere words, beyond the surface of routine faith, beyond the familiarity of prayers I have prayed before. Draw me into the depths of who you are. into the richness of your presence, into the vastness of your love that knows no end. Let every part of me be immersed in you. Lord, let my soul be so intertwined with yours that I cannot move without sensing your guidance, cannot speak without your spirit filling my words, cannot breathe without the awareness that my very life is sustained by you alone. Lord, there are moments when my heart falters, when my strength wanes, when the weight of this world presses heavy upon me. But even in those moments, you are near, even when I do not feel you. You are working, even when I do not understand. You are sovereign, even when the road is dark before me. Your hand still leads me. You have never abandoned me, and you never will. So I choose to trust, not because I see the full picture, but because I know the one who holds it. I choose to believe, not because my circumstances are always easy, but because my foundation is unshakable in you. Teach me, Lord, to walk by faith and not by sight, to step forward in obedience even when the path is uncertain, to trust in your goodness even when the storms rage around me, to cling to your promises even when I do not yet see their fulfillment. For you are not a man that you should lie. You do not speak in vain. Every word you have spoken will come to pass in its appointed time. Your timing is perfect. Your ways are beyond my understanding, yet they are always good. So I surrender again. Lord, I place every desire, every longing, every unanswered question at your feet. I release the need to control, the need to strive, the need to have it all figured out. I rest in the truth that you are already working all things together for my good. And as I wait, Lord, do not let my faith grow weary. Do not let my heart grow faint. Do not let my spirit grow discouraged. Instead, let this season of waiting be a season of refining. Let this time of preparation deepen my dependence on you. Let this wilderness season strengthen my resolve, sharpen my discernment, and draw me closer to you than ever before. Let me not despise the waiting, but embrace it as a sacred space where you are shaping me, molding me, teaching me to trust you more. O Lord, I do not want to be the same. I do not want to remain as I am. I want to be transformed by the renewing of my mind, to be conformed to the image of Christ, to be filled with the fullness of your Spirit. Take every part of me and refine it, purify it, consecrate it for your glory. Let nothing remain in me that does not reflect you. Let my thoughts be filled with your truth, my words seasoned with grace, my actions marked by love. Let my life be an outpouring of all that you have poured into me. And as you work within me, Lord, use me to be a vessel of your love to those around me. Let me not walk past the hurting without stopping. Let me not overlook the broken without reaching out. Let me not remain silent when I should speak words of hope, encouragement, and truth. Let my hands be quick to serve, my heart be open to give, my spirit be willing to go wherever you lead. Let my life be a living testimony of the power of your love, the depth of your mercy, the greatness of your faithfulness. Father, I know that I am weak, but you are strong. I know that I am imperfect, but you are perfect in all your ways. I know that I am limited, but you are the limitless God who moves mountains, parts seas, and does the impossible. So I will not rely on my own strength, but on yours. I will not lean on my own understanding, but on your wisdom. I will not be shaken by the things of this world, for I am rooted in the one who is unshakable. Take me deeper still, Lord, until there is nothing left of me but a heart that beats for you, a soul that longs for you, a life that glorifies you. Until my faith is refined like gold, my love reflects yours, my will is fully surrendered. Until every part of me is fully, completely, and irrevocably yours. Father, my heart longs for you in ways I cannot fully express. There is a yearning deep within me, a hunger that no earthly thing can satisfy. I have tasted and seen your goodness, and now nothing else will do. The things of this world, its fleeting pleasures, its empty promises, its shifting sands, hold no lasting weight compared to the fullness of life found in you. I do not seek you for what you can give me, Lord. I seek you for who you are. You alone are my portion, my inheritance, my great reward. I come before you with open hands, surrendering every part of me, every fear, every dream, every desire. I lay them all at your feet. Take what needs to be taken. Refine what needs to be purified. Restore what has been broken. I do not want to hold on to anything that keeps me from walking fully in your will. If there is pride in me, strip it away. If there is doubt, replace it with unshakable faith. If there is anything in my heart that is not of you, uproot it and plant within me the fruits of righteousness. Lord, let my life be a reflection of your love. Teach me to walk in kindness, to extend grace as freely as you have given it to me. Let my words bring life, not destruction. Let my actions point others to you, not to myself. I do not want to live a self-centered life. I want to live a Christ-centered life. One that radiates your light in every dark place. Let me be a vessel, emptied of self and filled with your Spirit, pouring out love to the hurting, hope to the weary, truth to the lost. I know that this journey is not without its trials. I know that the road of faith is not always easy. But you have never called me to an easy road. You have called me to a life of surrender, a life of trust, a life that clings to your promises even when circumstances tell me otherwise. So when I walk through the fire, let me not be consumed. When I pass through the waters, let me not be overwhelmed. When I face mountains that seem immovable, remind me that faith as small as a mustard seed is enough to command them to move. Strengthen me, Lord, when I grow weary. Give me endurance to press on when the path is long. Remind me that every trial has a purpose, that every challenge is shaping me, molding me, refining me into the person you have created me to be. Let me not despise the process, but embrace it as a sacred work of transformation. Let me not resist the pruning, but trust that it is making room for new growth. Let me not fear the unknown, but rest in the truth that you have gone before me, preparing the way. Father, in a world that is so often filled with chaos, let me be a person of peace. When anxiety rises, let me be still and know that you are God. When fear whispers lies, let me cling to the truth of your promises. When uncertainty tries to shake me, let me stand firm upon the rock that cannot be moved. My foundation is not in the things of this world, but in you, the unchanging, unwavering, ever-faithful one. And Lord, let me not walk this path alone. Surround me with those who will encourage me in my faith, who will challenge me to grow, who will lift me up when I stumble. Let me be that person for others as well, a friend who loves deeply, a servant who gives freely, a voice of encouragement in a world that so often tears people down. Let my presence be a reminder of your presence. Let my life be a testimony of your goodness. I trust you, Lord. I trust you with my present, with my future, with every unknown that lies ahead. I trust that you are working even when I cannot see it. I trust that your plans are better than mine, that your ways are higher, that your thoughts are beyond my comprehension but never beyond what is good. I release my need to understand and choose instead to simply believe. So guide me, Lord, lead me step by step, day by day, breath by breath. Let my life be a continual offering of worship. Let every moment be an opportunity to draw closer to you. Let every day be lived with the awareness that I am yours, fully and completely, now and forever. Heavenly Father, I come before you once more, my heart open, my spirit yielded, my soul longing for more of you. There is no place I would rather be than here, in the stillness of your presence, where your love washes over me like a river, where your peace settles upon me like the morning dew. I am undone before you, Lord, humbled by your mercy, overwhelmed by your grace, sustained by your endless faithfulness. You are the anchor in every storm, the light in every darkness, the song in every season. Father, I cannot move without you. I do not want to take a single step apart from your leading. For I know that my own way is flawed, my own understanding is limited. But you, Lord, are perfect in all your ways. You see the end from the beginning. You know the path that leads to life, the road that leads to righteousness, the way that is higher than my own. So I surrender my plans, my ambitions, my carefully laid out dreams, and I exchange them for yours. Whatever you have purposed for me, let it be done. Whatever doors you open, I will walk through. Whatever doors you close, I will trust that it is for my good. There is nothing I desire more than to be fully aligned with your will. Not my will, Lord, but yours be done. Not my desires, but yours be fulfilled. Not my strength, but yours working through me. I decrease, Lord, so that you may increase. Strip away anything that hinders me from walking in the fullness of my calling. Remove every distraction, every entanglement, every weight that slows me down. I want to run this race with endurance, with faith unwavering, with eyes fixed solely on you. And as I run, Lord, let me run with love. Let my heart be softened toward others. My spirit be gentle. My words be seasoned with grace. The world is weary and burdened, longing for something real, something true, something eternal. Let my life be a reflection of your love, an outpouring of your kindness, a demonstration of the gospel not just in words but in action. Let me love as you love, without conditions, without hesitation, without expectation of return. Let me forgive as you have forgiven me, with a heart that releases offenses and walks in the freedom of grace. Let me serve with humility, with joy, with a heart that sees others through your eyes. Teach me, Lord, what it means to be your hands and feet, not merely a believer, but a disciple, not merely a hearer of the word, but a doer, not merely one who knows of you, but one who knows you deeply, intimately, truly. Let me be so filled with your Spirit that when people encounter me, they encounter your presence. Let my life point always to you, never to myself. Let the work of my hands bring you glory. The meditation of my heart be pleasing to you. The words of my mouth be a melody of praise unto your name. And in the moments of struggle, Lord, when my strength fails and my heart grows weary, remind me that I am not alone. Remind me that you are near, that you are the lifter of my head, that your grace is sufficient for me. When the burdens of life weigh heavy upon my shoulders, let me cast them upon you, knowing that you sustain me. When fear whispers its lies, let me stand firm on the unshakable foundation of your truth. When doubt creeps in, let my faith rise higher, not because I understand everything, but because I trust the one who does. Father, I know there will be trials ahead. I know there will be moments when the road is difficult, when my prayers feel unanswered, when the waiting seems endless. But even then, you are good. Even then, you are faithful. Even then, you are working all things together for my good. So I will not waver. I will not lose heart. I will not allow circumstances to dictate my trust in you. My faith is not based on what I see, but on who you are. And you, O Lord, are unchanging, the same yesterday, today, and forever. So let me walk with confidence, not in myself, but in you. Let me rise each morning with joy, knowing that your mercies are new. Let me rest each night in peace, knowing that you never sleep nor slumber. Let my days be filled with worship, my steps be ordered by your word, my hands be lifted in surrender, my heart be steadfast in hope. I belong to you, Lord, every part of me, every thought, every breath, every moment. Let it all be for you, and you alone. Heavenly Father, you are my dwelling place, my refuge, my strong tower. In your presence, I find my true home. The world may shift and change, but you remain constant. When the storms of life rage around me, when uncertainty tries to shake me, I will not be moved, for my foundation is built upon the rock that cannot be shaken. You are my hiding place, my shield, my defender, my everlasting strength. Lord, let my heart be steadfast, unshaken by fear, unmoved by doubt. When trials come, let me not see them as obstacles but as opportunities to trust you more. When I am tested, let my faith be purified like gold refined in the fire. Let me not resist the process of refinement, but embrace it, knowing that you are shaping me, molding me, preparing me for greater things. Your ways are higher than my ways. Your thoughts are greater than mine. What I cannot see, you already know. What I cannot understand, you have already planned. So I rest in the assurance that I am held in the hands of a sovereign and loving God. Father, let me be a vessel of your light in a dark world. Let me walk in the fullness of your Spirit, radiating the love of Christ wherever I go. In a world filled with anger, let me be a voice of peace. In a world filled with division, let me be a bridge of reconciliation. In a world filled with despair, let me be a beacon of hope. Let my life be a living testimony of your goodness, a tangible expression of your grace. I surrender. Lord, I surrender my worries, my anxieties, my burdens. I surrender my ambitions, my desires, my need for control. I lay everything down at your feet, trusting that you are working all things together for my good. Even when I do not understand, I choose to trust. Even when the path is unclear, I choose to follow. Even when the waiting is long, I choose to rest in the knowledge that you are never late, never early, but always right on time. Strengthen my spirit, Lord, when my heart grows weary. Renew my strength. When discouragement tries to creep in, remind me of your promises. When I feel weak, be the strength within me. Let me not rely on my own power, but on the power of the Holy Spirit that dwells within me. I do not walk this journey alone. You're with me every step of the way. And Father, as I draw closer to you, let my love for others grow deeper. Teach me to love as you love, not with conditions, not with expectations, but with a heart that gives freely, expecting nothing in return. Let me love with patience, with kindness, with humility. Let me be slow to anger and quick to forgive. Let me not hold on to offenses, but release them in the same way you have forgiven me. Help me to see people through your eyes. When others fall short, let me offer grace. When they are hurting, let me extend compassion. When they are lost, let me point them to you. Use me as an instrument of your peace, a messenger of your truth, a vessel of your unending mercy. Lord, I do not want to live a life that is ordinary. I do not want to settle for a faith that is lukewarm. I want to be fully alive in you. I want to walk in boldness, in courage, in unwavering trust. I want to step out in faith, knowing that you go before me, that you fight my battles, that you make a way where there seems to be no way. Take my life, Lord, and use it for your glory. Take my hands and let them serve. Take my voice and let it speak words of life. Take my heart and let it be wholly yours. Let nothing stand in the way of what you want to do in and through me. Father, I lift my heart to you again, surrendering every hidden corner of my soul, every unspoken longing, every silent cry that only you can hear. You know me, Lord, in ways that I do not even know myself. You see beyond the surface, beyond the words I say, beyond the expressions I wear. You look into the depths of my being, into the very fabric of who I am, and you love me still. You love me not because of what I do, not because of what I achieve, but simply because I am yours. What a wonder it is to be fully known and fully loved. What a miracle it is that the God who spoke the universe into existence also calls me by name. You are not a distant God, watching from afar. You are near. You are present. You are closer than my very breath. And so I lean into you. Lord, I draw near to you, knowing that as I do, you will draw near to me. Father, deepen my faith. Let it not be shaken by the trials of life. Let it not waver in the face of uncertainty. I do not want a faith that is dependent on circumstances. I want a faith that is rooted in who you are. I want a faith that stands firm when the winds of adversity blow. A faith that remains steadfast when the road is long and the answers seem far away. Give me the kind of faith that holds on even in the silence. The kind of faith that believes even when I cannot see. The kind of faith that walks forward even when the path is unclear. You have never failed me, Lord, not once, not ever. Every moment of my life, your hand has been upon me. There were times I did not understand. There were seasons of pain, of waiting, of questioning. But now I see, you were working all along. You were shaping me, refining me, preparing me for something greater. Even in the valleys, even in the wilderness, even in the moments when I could not feel you, you were there. You never left me. You never abandoned me. And you never will. So I will trust you, Lord, with everything, my past, my present, my future. I will trust you with the things I cannot control. I will trust you with the dreams I have yet to see fulfilled. I will trust you with the battles I have yet to fight, with the prayers I have yet to see answered, with the road I have yet to walk. You are my shepherd, and I lack nothing. You lead me beside still waters. You restore my soul. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Surely, goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in your house forever. Lord, let my life be an offering of worship to you, not just in the songs I sing, not just in the words I pray, but in the way I live each day. Let my every thought, my every action, my every decision reflect the love and truth of Christ. Let me be a living testimony of your grace, a walking demonstration of your goodness. Let the way I treat others reveal who you are. Let the way I love reflect your love. Let the way I serve bring glory to your name. And when the enemy comes to whisper lies, when he tries to plant seeds of fear and doubt, let your truth rise up within me. Let your word be the lamp that guides my feet, the sword that defends my heart, the shield that guards my mind. I will not give in to fear, for you have not given me a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. I will not be overwhelmed, for you are my refuge and my strength, a very present help in trouble. I will not be defeated, for greater is he who is in me than he who is in the world. Father, let my life be a testimony of what it means to walk in faith, to trust in your promises, to live with a heart fully surrendered to you. Let me be a light that shines in the darkness, a voice of truth in a world filled with confusion, a messenger of hope to those who are weary. Use me, Lord, take my life and make it yours. Every breath, every heartbeat, every moment, let it all be for you. Father, I come before you once more, Lord, with a heart wide open, yearning for more of you. There is no end to your goodness, no limit to your grace, no boundary to your love. You are infinite in wisdom, boundless in mercy, and your faithfulness endures through all generations. And so, I press deeper into you, desiring to know you more, to walk in closer communion with you, to dwell in the secret place where your presence is my everything. Lord, I long to hear your voice above the noise of the world. In the stillness of this moment, I quiet my heart before you. Speak to me, Father. Let your words settle in my soul like rain upon dry ground. Let your truth wash over me, renewing my mind, transforming my spirit, aligning my heart with yours. Teach me to recognize your whisper, to discern your leading, to walk in step with your spirit. I do not want to move ahead of you, nor do I want to lag behind. Keep me in the center of your will, abiding in the fullness of your presence, surrendered to the rhythm of your divine purpose. Father, I thank you for the gift of each new day. Every morning is a reminder of your mercy. Every sunrise a testimony of your faithfulness. You awaken me with breath in my lungs, with strength in my body, with purpose for the day ahead. Let me not take a single moment for granted. Let me walk with gratitude, seeing each day as an opportunity to glorify you, to love others, to serve with joy. Let my life be a continuous offering of praise, not just in my words, but in my actions, in my thoughts, in the posture of my heart. And Lord, as I go about my day, let me carry your presence with me. Let me be aware of your nearness in every conversation, in every decision, in every challenge I face. When difficulties arise, remind me that I am not alone. When burdens feel heavy, remind me that you are my strength. When the road is uncertain, remind me that you are my guide. You are the lamp unto my feet, the light unto my path, the steady hand that upholds me through every trial. Father, I know that life is not without its struggles. There are days when the weight of the world presses down, when the storms of life seem relentless, when the battle feels too great. But even in those moments, I choose to trust you. I choose to believe that you are working in ways I cannot see, that you are turning all things for good, that you are using every trial to shape me, refine me, and draw me closer to you. Let my faith be unshaken, my hope unwavering, my trust anchored in the unchanging truth that you are with me always. And Lord, as you work in me, work through me, let my life be a vessel of your love, a conduit of your grace, an instrument of your peace. Open my eyes to the needs around me. Open my heart to those who are hurting. Open my hands to serve, to give, to pour out in the same way you have poured into me. Let me not be consumed with my own concerns, but let me live with an outward focus, seeing people the way you see them, loving them the way you love them. Teach me, Lord, what it means to walk in true humility. Let me not seek recognition, but let me seek to reflect your glory. Let me not desire praise, but let me desire to make your name known. Let me not live for earthly rewards, but let me store up treasures in heaven, knowing that what is done for you will last for eternity. And when the enemy comes to discourage me, when he tries to fill my mind with lies, let your truth be my shield. When he whispers that I am not enough, remind me that your grace is sufficient. When he tries to stir fear within me, remind me that you have given me a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. When he tempts me to give up, remind me that you are my endurance, my strength, my victory. Father, I want to be faithful. I want to run this race with perseverance, keeping my eyes fixed on Jesus, the author and perfecter of my faith. Let me not grow weary in doing good, for in due time, I will reap if I do not give up. Let me not be distracted by the things of this world, but let me set my mind on things above, where Christ is seated at the right hand of the Father. Let my heart be anchored in eternity, knowing that this life is but a moment, but what is done for you will last forever. Father, I come again, drawn deeper into your presence, longing for more of you. My heart is laid bare before you, open and surrendered, yearning for the fullness of your Spirit to saturate every part of my being. There is no place I would rather be than here at your feet. In the quiet, where my soul is stilled by the weight of your glory, where every fear is silenced by the power of your presence, where every burden melts away in the warmth of your love. O Lord, how vast is your love! How unsearchable are your ways! Who am I that you would be mindful of me? Who am I that you would call me your own? That you would look upon me with mercy, that you would clothe me in righteousness not my own? It is too great for me to comprehend, too wondrous for me to grasp. Yet I receive it. Lord, I receive your love, not because I am worthy, but because you have made me worthy through the blood of Jesus. I receive your grace, not because I have earned it, but because you have freely given it. So I come boldly before your throne of grace, not in my own strength, not in my own righteousness, but covered in the righteousness of Christ. And here, Lord, I lay everything down, every fear, every doubt, every weight I have carried. I place it at your feet, knowing that you are more than able to bear what is too heavy for me. I release the need to understand every detail of my life, the need to have all the answers, the need to be in control. For you, O Lord, are sovereign. You see the end from the beginning. You are weaving together a masterpiece far greater than I could ever imagine. So I will trust you. I will trust you when the path is clear and when it is uncertain. I will trust you in the sunshine and in the storm. I will trust you in the waiting, in the silence, in the moments when I do not see the way forward. For you are my rock, my firm foundation, my unshakable refuge. When all else crumbles, you remain. When the winds rage and the waters rise, you are my anchor. When the night is long, you are my light. Lord, I need you more than the air I breathe. I need you more than the water that quenches my thirst, more than the food that sustains my body. You are my life, my strength, my everything. Without you, I am nothing, but in you, I lack nothing. You are my portion, my inheritance, my exceedingly great reward. The world may offer temporary pleasures, fleeting joys, empty promises, but nothing compares to you. Nothing satisfies the way you do. Nothing fills the soul like your presence. Draw me closer, Lord. Let nothing hinder my pursuit of you. Strip away every distraction, every earthly attachment that competes for my affection. Let my heart be undivided, wholly devoted to you. Let my mind be fixed on things above, not on the temporary cares of this world. Let my soul find its rest in you alone. And Father, let your love transform me from the inside out. Let it shape the way I think, the way I speak, the way I live. Let it flow through me like a river, touching everyone I encounter. Let me be a vessel of your kindness, an ambassador of your mercy, a reflection of your heart. Let me love as you love, selflessly, unconditionally, sacrificially. Let me forgive as you have forgiven me, without holding back, without counting the cost. Let me serve with humility, with joy, with a heart that delights in giving more than receiving. Lord, there is so much brokenness in the world, so much pain, so much division, so much darkness, but you have called me to be a light, to shine brightly in the midst of it all. Let my life testify of your goodness. Let my words bring hope. Let my actions speak louder than my voice. Let my very existence point others to you. And when weariness sets in, when discouragement tries to creep in, remind me that I do not labor in vain. Remind me that you are the God who sees, the God who rewards, the God who strengthens the weary and upholds the weak. Remind me that every act of love, every prayer whispered in faith, every moment spent in service to you is seen, is counted, is treasured in heaven. So I will press on. Lord, I will run this race with endurance. I will fight the good fight. I will not grow weary in doing good. For in due season, I will reap if I do not give up. I will stand firm in the faith, clothed in the armor of God, holding fast to your promises. I will walk by faith, not by sight, knowing that you are guiding my every step. And through it all, Lord, let my heart remain steadfast. Let my love for you never grow cold. Let my devotion never waver. Let my soul be ever captivated by your beauty, ever drawn deeper into your presence, ever consumed with the desire to know you more. For you alone are worthy. Lord, you alone are my God, my King, my everything. And so, Lord, I lift this prayer to you, knowing that you hear me, knowing that you are near. I rest in the assurance that you are working, moving, and shaping all things according to your perfect will. I do not need to strive, for you are my peace. I do not need to fear, for you are my refuge. I do not need to carry what you have already taken upon yourself. Let my life be a continual offering, a song of praise that never ceases. Let my days be filled with the pursuit of your presence, my nights wrapped in the comfort of your love. May I walk in faith, live in love, and abide in the hope that never fades. I surrender all. Lord, I trust you completely. I love you endlessly, and I wait expectantly for all that you will do, in me and through me, for your glory alone. In Jesus' name, amen.